Yeah. Y'all already know who it is. It's your boy LKJIMMY. Thank you for joining me on my channel. Today we are inside of Studio One. We don't do too much time on the intro. We are going to be learning how to get them drums to hit and how I used processing to get my drums to hit in this song. We cooked up the song inside of Native Instruments Machine. We did a previous how we mix these actual freaking instruments, and we're gonna pack these instruments in a folder right now, and we're gonna name that Instra. Because if y'all follow me and y'all subscribe, I'm telling you that organizing your tracks in Studio One makes that super that's not Instra. Studio One makes that super easy and super good, man. It's just good. So this is our instrument group right here. We already mixed that. Check the previous video. This will be part 2. We did the instruments on part 1. So I'm going to go through my processing and my thought process with this. So the first part of this drum loop, we had it on actually this. It was this by itself. So this is the first drum loop, right? So the first drum loop sounds like this. And on that drum loop, we have some processing. If y'all notice, man, I don't process my drums individually most of the time. Because if you're picking good drums, you should not have to process your drums that much. So we didn't process our actual drum tracks on this. So it's going to be super quick as far as the breakdown of the drums. So we got this first drum loop hitting right here. And then it goes into this. Because this is the verse right here. This is where the verse starts at. And I'm going to teach y'all something cool, that another organizational trip, not that, but another organizational tip. So this is our intro. Now we have the verse right here. This is super cool in Studio One, just super easy. And personally, I do this, boom. We don't name it chorus because I'm doing this for my Instagram. So y'all tap in with me on Instagram. It's going to be, I'm going to do a lot of 1-minute songs out there on there. My OCD is telling me that those other ones aren't in all caps, so this one can't be in all caps either. All right, so boom. So now when it goes into the verse, if you notice, these drum loops it goes in the back a little bit, right? So we put a bit crusher on there so that it can go back, right? We did that bit crusher inside a machine. If you guys want a tip and trick to how to get some drum cool effect, is to put your whole drum loop on a bit crusher or take some high frequencies out and kind of smash them a little bit so it can go in the back, because this isn't, believe it or not, this isn't the main element of our drums. So this second part that's purple was also on another track, because like I said, inside a machine I added some effects to this drum loop that I made and I took it away. I mean, I didn't take it away. I don't even know why I just said that. I split it up and mixed down as 2 separate tracks. So now what I did, instead just to save time and save organization, like for the sake of organization, I brought this down. So it was right here. I brought it right here. Boom. I made it purple just so I could see that it's different for organization purposes. But now I could shift T because I don't even need that. I just consolidated that into one track. So boom, we're gonna keep pushing. So around the second, and I'll play this cool effect that I made. I made this effect. I put a bunch of choruses on and echoes, delays on a snare drum, and that sounds like this together. All right, so now second part of the verse is this kick and snare. This is technically the main element of our drums. So we gain stage this. So the kick is literally the loudest element of the drum loop altogether, that whole drum section. And mix off of your kick. If you are mixing drums, your kick should be the loudest element in most music. I mean, I can't name a genre that the kick isn't that driving element of the song. Maybe you're doing some type of special, but I'm going to say 98% of the time, you're going to have that kick hitting and then your snare, and then everything else is building off of that, especially pertaining for drums. I didn't even do too much panning in this because it's only 4 tracks, but you want to make sure that you're mixing off of your kick drum. Kick, snare, it should go kick, loudest, snare, dang near the same level as the kick, but maybe a little bit under. But you want to feel it out, obviously. We're going to use our ears. And then after that, you're going to mix those drums off of those two elements. Make sure you guys do that. Trust me, your drums is going to hit. That made a hell of a difference when I finally clicked, when that clicked in my head. Okay, so now, once we get all of our drums hitting, we do have that FX going to a slight plate reverb. And once we get all of our drums ready to go, we're going to right click, add to bus. That's going to, boom, create a bus, a different color bus. We're going to make the color codes because we like color code and organization. Now, we put a cymatics, basically a soft clipper. It's a punch soft clipper. This joint is free. It's super dope, but without it, it sounds like this. I'm going to add it right now. It does add volume, but it also adds that soft clipper. So, I am honestly done explaining what I did to these drums. And this was at, 5 minutes. So the one thing I want you guys to remember, takeaways from this video is what? Mixing off of your kick, and drum bussing. You have to drum bus. We can add a compressor on this. If I wanted to add a compressor, I would probably add, if I was going from Studio One, I'm going to add a fat channel, right? And the fat channel that I would just add, let's see if they have something under a drum bus, right? I don't think they do have a drum bus unless it's under mixing. But you know what we can do? We're going to add a fat. I like adding fat compressors. I don't know if this is unorthodox or not, but we at the LKJIMMY channel, bro. We do what sounds good over here. We're going to get that hot in that 3. Then we're going to turn the output up. So we got it hitting at around 3 to 5, right? And that's just where I like my perfect, I'm sorry, I'm reading text messages. That's where I like my drums to hit when I'm compressing those, right? We could throw a limiter on there as well. And just be mindful that my drums are in mono. We love drums in mono because it sounds very good with the bass. Listen to this. Oh my goodness. Let's listen to that second part of the verse. I want to hear that hitting too. Listen to it right here. And the reason why busting is important is, and this is the last thing I'm going to say, I didn't want this video to be too long. The last thing I'm going to say, the reason why busting is important is because once you gain stage and level everything on specific to each track, so each drum track is leveled and mixed how you want it to sound, you throw that in a bus, now you have full control on how you want that to hit in reference to every other element that you got in the bus. That's the beauty of busing, honestly. And I love you guys, man. Tap in with me, like, subscribe, share, comment below. Let me know what else you guys want to see from me. Make sure you guys tap into my Instagram, LKJIMMY. And on that, hit me up for drum sounds. Hit me up for FX plugin, native to Studio One. I'll even make them specific, whatever you ask, man. Just show love, man. I show love back. Peace. Be blessed.